Welcome into your PFF prospect profile. Today it's all about Josh Jackson of Iowa. Sam, we've got Josh Jackson as our top graded corner. It is close at the top, but just an unbelievable breakout 2017 season, and he posted the highest grade we've seen from a cornerback in our 4 years of grading. What are we getting with Jackson and his skill set?
Yeah, I think we're pretty much out on our own in terms of ranking Josh Jackson as the #1 corner in this draft class. And the reason we're doing it is because his ball skills were incredible. He made an insane amount of plays on the ball and was actually targeted a lot to get all those plays. 28.6% of the passes that's thrown his way were either caught by him or broken up. That is an absolutely ridiculous playmaker index. Almost a third of the targets thrown his way, he either broke up or picked up himself. That is an incredible rate, and that's really what we're talking about here. A guy who's going to challenge for the ball, not just let a receiver catch it or try and make that tackle after that catch. He's going after the ball himself.
Yeah, so that's why he had such a great season. We saw it right from week one. He was making plays against Wyoming and Josh Allen. And look, here's the thing with Jackson and these Iowa cornerbacks. They play a ton of zone, which a lot of times I think when you hear player evaluations and you hear that this guy's a zone corner, it's almost like a bad word. It's almost like a knock. But explain a little bit about NFL defenses and how they're not playing man coverage 100% of the time, because Jackson's zone abilities do translate to the next level if he's in the right scheme.
Yeah, I mean, all NFL defenses have some kind of mix of man and zone concepts within them, and even the teams that play zone play a lot of man coverage within those zones, and it's a mixed bag. You're not just doing one thing or the other. So no player is just one thing solely, otherwise those guys are not NFL prospects. There is a lot of skill to playing within zones, and it's understanding how things develop and where your positioning is supposed to be. It isn't just occupying that little circle on the chalkboard. This is my zone, and this is all I do. I sit in this circle and wait until the ball arrives. You have to recognize route concepts. You have to move within your zone. You have to understand when those zones twist and warp according to the play that the offense is running, which is a lot of the same skills that happen in man coverage. And then you get the bonus of reading the quarterback's eyes and understanding where he wants to go with the ball and reacting to that. And Josh Jackson's ability to do that is fantastic. The number of plays he made, not just on the first man within his zone, but coming off that first route onto a second route because he read how that pass play was developing and impacting that play.
So Desmond King is a prior Iowa cornerback, a guy that went in the 5th round in 2017 and always graded well in the PFF system. That was one of the things we said about him, was the fact that, they play some off coverage where you do have to read multiple run concepts and you break on the ball. King did that really well, but he didn't test all that well. That's why he went in the 5th round. But when he gets to the NFL as a rookie, he's one of our highest graded rookie cornerbacks last season for the Chargers. Jackson has a lot of those similar skills coming out of the same scheme. The question becomes, do you trust him in man coverage? Because he only ran a 4.56, Sam, and that's been the knock on him. Only ran a 4.56, but he does have pretty good size, and he should be able to play some press man coverage. But is that a concern if you're putting him on the outside in man coverage, that long speed isn't the desired 4.4 range for most cornerbacks?
Yeah, he isn't the quickest cornerback in this draft class. He doesn't run the 4.3 like Denzel Ward does, who is most people's top-ranked cornerback prospect. But he runs a 4.5, and realistically, cornerback speed is about thresholds. Are you quick enough to survive on the outside against some of these lightning receivers? And do you understand how to mitigate your relative lack of speed compared to these guys by using your hands, by using contact down the route the way Richard Sherman does? Again, a 4.5 guy, but how many times do you see Richard Sherman run by a wide receiver? It doesn't happen because he understands how to get his hands on a guy. He understands how to ride a guy downfield with contact, make sure that guy can't just run by him. And of course, he has the length to be able to elevate, to play the ball at the catch point and challenge for the pass rather than just let the receiver have it. Josh Jackson doesn't have Sherman's length. He's not as tall, as long a corner, but he does challenge at the catch point. He understands how to physically contact a receiver. He understands how to make sure that guy doesn't come down with the ball, and that is at least as important as running a 4.3.
Let's break down his trusty spider chart from the PFF Draft Guide, all a part of PFF Edge, because I do think it sums up his incredible 2017 season extremely well. You can see the gray area is your draft class average. Anything outside of that, bigger is better when it comes to the Spider. In most cases, overall grade was outstanding, coverage grade was outstanding, but when you get into the specifics, completion percentage allowed, again, bigger is better there. Same thing with passer rating allowed. The one part that looks like it's below average, cover snaps per target, it really just means he was targeted a lot, which means they were going after him, and he still put up these big numbers.
Yeah, really his coverage numbers across the board are phenomenal. And even if we use those coverage numbers and use the route data that we have to start identifying whether he can play those deep passes, there's no problem there. On go routes last season, he had a passer rating allowed of 39.9, which is just a hair above if the quarterback just missed every throw.
Spike it.
Exactly. If he just tossed the ball off the field instead of targeting Josh Jackson. Post routes, same kind of deal, 69.9, well below the NCAA average. On deep passes, that speed or that lack of speed was not a concern. He was able to play because of all the things we talked about and still shut down receivers.
So we love how aggressive he is, how physical he is, how he's able to make plays on the ball. Some questions about the speed because he's just got to be really good in these other areas to mitigate that. What about the inexperience? Only one real season of production, really one season on the field, but we're also 1 year removed from seeing Saints cornerback Marshawn Lattimore just be incredible after just only 1 year of production in college.
I mean, the 1 year production thing can go either way. It can either be seen as a negative because we only have 1 year of data on this guy. Maybe it was just a great year. We don't know that he can consistently repeat that and improve year after year. On the other hand, he's extremely young and inexperienced, and that could mean potential. This may just be scratching the surface of what Josh Jackson can do at the NFL level. He may be a better player than he showed last year with another year of development. So it's a case of how you want to read that. Is it a good or a bad thing?
So there you have it. It's Josh Jackson's PFF prospect profile, our top cornerback on the board, though it's close at the top. Jackson's coming off the best grade in PFF history.